Good evening from InvestSharp.com. This is Randy Smotone with your Wednesday, November the 10th market update. First, I thought I'd start off with Cisco, since that's going to be the going to probably cause us grief in the morning on the open, and we'll see what happens. But we may have some rough days here because of Cisco. Even though I don't think Cisco is a bellwether of anything. I mean, if you look at the last couple of earnings they had, uh, you know, they fell. They're doing it again. So I don't. They're kind of like a big albatross in tech now. I don't. It doesn't determine the economy or anything. It's my personal opinion. I think it's better to go watch something that has some growth to it. Go watch see what the earnings are for like a FFIV or a CRM or even an Amazon or someone like that. I just don't think that Microsoft and Cisco are as important anymore as they used to be a long time ago. Um, so they beat on earnings per share. They came in at 42, and estimate was 40. Revenue was pretty much in line. They came in at 10.74 billion. An estimate I believe was 10.75 billion, but their guidance for the next quarter was way lower, and market's not happy at all. So right now Cisco is down. They've sold it off somewhere to down in here. It's down about 12.5% right now, and it has put some pressures on futures. So we'll see how we open tomorrow, though. So I wanted to start off with that. So today, the dollar, gold, silver, copper, we're all flat to. I mean, we're not all flat. The dollar is mostly flat. Gold, silver, and copper, they were all down today, the actual futures, but it's kind of interesting because like GLD and silver, some of those actually finished up, but the futures were down. Oil was definitely up today. Light Street futures were up $1.09 to settle at $87.81 a barrel. So let's go look at the dollar UP. So if you look at the actual ETF, we were pretty flat on the day here. Jump over to the West Texas Intermediate Crude Point Figure Chart. So we did, printed another new box here. Now we've got $105 a barrel oil per the point figure chart is the projected price. And so as it keeps getting more and more expensive. So take a look at, which is doing good for energy stocks though. So the Dow, had a decent day. Actually, the Dow was the weakest, being up only 0.09%, and the Russell was the strongest today. It was up 1.22%. So, but we held real well, and came off the lows. S&P, closed at 1,218. Same thing. It held this midpoint of this large candle, which often can serve as some support. That midpoint's around 1,210. Now, so the futures, last I looked, I mean, it's going to put us back down towards these lows again of today. But, like I said, we'll see how it plays out. The market just doesn't seem like it's really wanting to sell off that much. I mean, it would not be that, it'd be healthy if we, did probably go down another, 2 or 3% or something probably. But I don't know, it doesn't seem like it wants to do it. Look at the Nasdaq, still holding. I mean, we've really been hanging tough on this trend line. We're still doing it. Got enough bounce, nice bounce off of it today as well. And then of course the Russell. I know I've got lines all over the Russell. So the Russell is right around this weekly. It's cleared it by a little bit. The Russell's been really strong. So it's holding right through here. I don't know, you can see here. So it had a good day as well. Take a look at GLD. Came way off its lows, and it actually closed positive, even though the gold futures didn't settle positive. But came off the lows, had a nice, look like a dragonfly doji right here, which typically flies higher. So they're buying it up on the dips. Silver, not as much, but definitely came off its lows. Copper, shows here on the ETF though we were up about 2 cents. The Euro also came off its lows. It broke here down below this trend line, which had kind of been using for some support. And let's look at the moving average. I don't think it had any. Yeah, we haven't got down to the 50 yet. But it did get a little bounce today and come off its lows on the Euro. The volatility index. Volatility started higher and then came all the way back down 3.2%. And really, everything else pretty much XLF. Definitely some of the financials seem like the banks. Some of them got a little bit caught a little bid today. They were holding up pretty well, and home builders also. So let's go take a look at the McClellan oscillator. Whoops. Oh, I know maybe I did type it right. Just stock charts is slow. Wow, stock charts is really slow. There it goes, finally. Good grief. Okay, so we're still back in the neutral, and so we're not overbought, not oversold. So we're just still in that neutral area. Go take a look at the sectors. So 12 of the 16 sectors we follow finished in the green today. The gold index had the larger percent gain, up 2.49%, and the utility index was the weakest, down 0.72%. So everything had a pretty good day overall. Actually, I meant to mention earlier, the volume actually did pick up today across the ETFs. We were slightly above average volume today, so there was actually a little buying going on, and pretty decent. And then the Dow, if you look at the diamonds, it had 50% above average daily volume today. So not sure exactly what was going on in the Dow, but it had very high volume on the diamonds. Over to ChartWatch, we'll look at most of those same ones we've kind of been looking at. I think I threw out a few new ones, but a lot of these I still like. This ROVI is looking good. Apple, all these are still hanging tough. I still like them until I don't. So CRM, be interesting to see how all these fare tomorrow morning and the market starts off. VMware breaking out higher today, looks real nice. Netflix also breaking out higher, and I'm in quite a few of these. Travel Zoo started breaking out and then pulled back, but it had a huge move because it's been stuck in this little consolidation channel, so it did have a breakout, pull back a little bit. It's got a lot of volume behind it, so there's definitely interest there. ConocoPhillips keeps going higher, a little bit higher. This Noble still looking really good, still hanging tough. Seems like it wants to go higher. Petrohawk Energy, another one looking really good. CNX, kind of ugly, maybe you can see it here, but this is the weekly line here. It's holding real tough. Got some good support down here at 40, like it. Sohu got a nice bounce. Come down here and touch this trend line here, and got a nice bounce off of it today. A little buying. A lot of the China stocks continue to hold up really well. FFIV, it's just still resting here, but it was getting a little bit of bid. It's wanting to break out. Amazon also looking good. Zinc is up here. I like this nice rounded bottom here. It's at that, it's been this is pretty nice. Is that resistance though? It's got some resistance up here. It ran into it, so it's touched there and there, and we touched it again. So we see where it goes from here. But lots of buying going on here. KELYA. Let's make this a little. There we go. So we've touched. We broke out. Volume on earnings, looking good for some higher prices. Of course, USO. You could also look at OIL. All these are looking really good. IDXX. IDEX Laboratories breaking out above the downtrend line, looking good, and above this where it was resistance here and here. We broke out today, so that looks interesting. Still like this inverted head and shoulders bottom on Stryker. It's still holding tough. Get rid of that little line, but holding right here. Still looks good. Home Depot, like this cup and handle, still looks good. Had a little bit of buying coming in today, but looking good for higher prices unless we get a pullback, of course. This MTH is Home Builder. Nice move over the previous high. Looks real strong ever since it broke out of this channel down, this flag, nice cup and handle. Looks good. NVMI, Nova Measuring, it just keeps breaking higher. Looking real strong. Lots of buying going on here. And ES, if you like these little cheapies, little cheaper ones, Energy Solutions broke out here above this this downtrend line. Had this nice triangle pattern, and it's holding up real tough. Just had earnings here. Lots more buying coming today, so definitely want to keep your eye on if those are the type you like. And then let's go over and look at the current market signals. Really no change here. Point and figure, we're all on buy signal, same price objectives, nothing changed. Really no need to look at them here. Now on deck tomorrow, it's Veterans Day holiday. A lot of government offices closed, and all the government's offices be closed as far as I know. Stock and futures markets are open though tomorrow, and the bond market will be closed. And that's all I have for today. Thanks for watching.